Welcome to Traction Control. Well, it's raining right now and it's windy, and to tackle this weather elements, I'm going to be driving a Quattro today. So let's check out what kind of Quattro I'll be driving today. And now it's time to test the TTRS. But first, safety. I'm loving it. Well, now we're taking the TTRS on the road. I've been driving this car, by the way, for the last couple of days, and to be honest, it was one of the best experiences I had. One of the cars that I fell in love with very fastly. First of all, because of the performance that we're going to be talking about, and the ride quality of the car and the build quality as well. Right now we're in the comfort mode. The car is smooth, nice, handling is good, acceleration is good as well, and everything in it is a bit quiet. But with the touch of a button, drive select on the steering wheel, we go from comfort to dynamic. You can see and feel and hear the change done from comfort to dynamic. The engine, the gearbox goes into the S-tronic that the Audi technology called, and the sound of the exhaust in the back is more brutal. If you press the throttle, there's a nice sound that the exhaust makes when the car changes gear, and it's absolutely great. This is the 2018 TTRS. Of course, it comes with the 2.5 liter 5-cylinder engine, turbocharged of course. Horsepower 400, but always Audi keeps their number a bit down. They don't say exactly the number. It's not over, it's always down, so it's 400 plus. 0 to 100, 3.6, 3.7 seconds, which is super calm, fast. Acceleration, well, let's try. Instant acceleration. I love this car. I love the way it feels, the way it drives. The handling, especially in the dynamic mode, is tighter. Gearbox changes is fast. This car comes with a 7-speed dual clutch, and what I like about this gearbox is the change is instant. The click of the pedals, downshift, 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 upshift, and the symphony in the back with each shifting up is great. And it's a nice thing Audi kept the feel of the classic gear lever shift. It's the stick, you can put your hands on, feel like you're gonna change speed in it, although it's an automatic, because all RSs come in automatic. You can't have it in manual, unfortunately, but it's good. It's good for me. You know, you can have your Porsches, Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and supercars, but this car is a daily driver. You can go to work, go into comfort mode, drive it, come back. If you'd like to go on a track day, go into dynamic mode, enjoy yourself, go back home. Half of the price, same engine performance, and some of it. I'm not saying it's the same as a supercar, but with the price tag on this one, it's half the price of a supercar with the same amount of fun. You know what? I think this car is a miniature R8. Yes, baby R8. You know, I like the way Audi designed the whole cockpit of the car. It's all driver oriented. It's less, which is good. You've got all the details you want in the virtual cockpit in front of you. ACs are positioned nicely. You've got nothing that distracts you while you're driving the car. All the infos, the data is in front of you. You don't need to look or go down to find whatever you're looking for. 0 to 100, this car is supercar territory, 3.6, 3.7, maybe 3.5, depending on how good you launch the car. Audi says this car can do 0 to 60 miles per hour in 3.6. So let's try that right now. So we're parked. It's an S-tronic. You switch off the traction control, the ESC, and then all you need to do is press the brake, accelerate, and release. 100. Oh, love it. And of course you've got a G meter in front of you to tell you how many G's you're doing. And in the 0 to 100, the car guarantees a 1 G plus. Nice. It's time now to look at the styling and the design of the new 2018 TT RS. Well, a lot of people will be saying, oh, it's just another TT. Well, you're wrong with that. This is the TT RS. It's clear on the badge in front, and of course it has a distinguished look, more aggressiveness, a chrome with quattro on it. Just to remind you, this is a quattro car, and of course you've got bigger intakes in the front to scoop more air into the 5-cylinder 2.5 turbocharged engine that produces 400 horsepower. And of course, coming to the side, you can see the lines, the nice curves and styling of the RS TT. And of course, this car comes with the 20-inch smoked out Audi rims, RS as well on the calipers, 8-piston calipers. This brake pad is bigger than the one on the Porsche 911. So you can imagine the amount of power that this car can produce to need this big of a caliper to stop the car. And then we're going to move to the side, the famous chromed out side mirrors of the S and RS line of Audi. And of course you can have this blacked out as an option. And of course you've got the lovely back end of the TT. Moving to the back, you've got the fuel cap with the TT and chromed out classic look. And going to the back, you can see this big rear spoiler that the RS comes with, because the normal TTs come with the retractable spoiler in the back, but this one is an RS, so that's why you've got the big nice back spoilers. And of course Audi came up with a new OLED, which means organic LEDs, distinguished. Instead of having your regular LEDs in it, this one comes as a plate with LED on it, and it has a sequence when it's on, and of course going down as well. You can see the two big oval exhaust pipes to give you that beautiful sound of the 5-cylinder turbocharged engine. And of course TTRS once again on the back. Just to remind you, in case you see this car, this is not your normal TT. And now let's look at the interior of this beautiful TTRS. Well, Audi did a great design by eliminating extra screens that companies nowadays tend to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens. Audi came up with one. This is the Audi virtual cockpit, which you've got all your information. You've got your radio, your GPS navigation, your telephone, whatever you like, power, torque, speed, RPMs, everything is in the virtual Audi cockpit. Steering wheel is done nicely. You've got leather and Alcantara on the side, and of course you've got the flat bottom that helps you out if you're doing crazy turns. You know where top and bottom is. Of course, on the steering wheel you've got the trademark R8 start and stop button. You've got on the other side the drive select, where you drive select your moods. You've got the dynamic, individual, comfort and auto, but my preference with this car is always on dynamic. Going more details into Audi's virtual cockpit, you've got two views. You've got sport mode, where it gives you the torque, power, speedo and tech, plus you've got optional on the side. You've got the telephone, radio, G meter to know the G-force of the car on track or doing the launch control, and you've got back to the GPS. And then you can go more, splits the tech and speedo. You've got the full screen in the middle, and then you've got a lot of options as well. Like I said, you've got car, sound, radio, media, telephone. I found something interesting in this car. You can zoom in using a touchpad, which is the same as the dial. Go back again, move to another view, keep it on the sport mode that I like. Moving to the side a little bit, you've got beautiful air conditioning vents that looks like a propeller of an engine or an engine of an airplane. All the controls are in the dials. You just turn them, and you've got control for the fan, temperature, direction of the air coming in, and of course if you'd like to adjust the way of the direction of the AC, all you need to do is move the dial, and to close it you just simply press this dial down here. Simply done. Ergonomics, it's all in your reach. Going down a little bit, you'll see the RS gear shifter or gearbox, traditional stick instead of the fancy button style transmission. You've got the exhaust button, where it changed the exhaust sound to standard or sport. My preference, sport. Control for the radio channels. Going down, you've got the selectors for your navigation, telephone, media, and of course the dial I was talking about, where you can touch dial and do all your selection from it. Parking assist, braking assist as well. Getting back to the center console, you've got your cruise control, your lights, your indicators, and of course the wipers that we'll be using today because it's raining. Audi did a great job, and their concept and idea about doing the design inside like this is to let the driver focus on the road, and if he needs anything, all the equipment is in the reach of the hand. Doesn't need to move left and right or look sideways, straight. You've got the G meter, power, navigation, simple, press a button, radio, press another button, map, another button. So, German technology for you guys. And of course, on the steering wheel, the big, nice RS badge. Just to remind you once again that you're driving an RS. Another Easter egg that I found in the car while playing with the navigation, it gives you the precise direction to Mecca. So if you're out and about in the track or outdoors or having fun, prayer time comes up, all you need to do is go to the menu and select Mecca, and you know where the direction of Mecca is. Well, that was our show for today, the TT RS Quattro. The weather is great, it's raining, it's drizzling. I'm going to take this Quattro out for a drive. Until next time, take care, see you soon.